Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at all of the secrets and Easter eggs in The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. If you guys happen to like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe so that you can stay up to date with my most recent Easter eggs videos. Well, this game has a ton of Easter eggs and secrets, so let's jump right into it. As Wolf Link in Castle Town, you'll notice the guards approaching with their weapons raised. Despite their fierce appearance, they're surprisingly terrified. Use this attack to make them flee in fear, causing them to drop valuable items like rupees and hearts. Did you know that the fortune teller doesn't actually speak gibberish? She's speaking in reverse. In the Wii U remake of this game, a visit to this shop in Castletown reveals some images from Breath of the Wild on the walls. These references were included in the game before Breath of the Wild was even released or had a name. If you use your lantern in Agatha's castle, the bugs will swarm around you, just like in real life where insects are attracted to light. Be cautious where you step though, some of these bugs might get kicked around. Hold on a second, does this one have a Triforce symbol on its back? Does this minigame owner seem familiar or give off some type of sketchy vibes? Well, if so, it might be because he resembles Tingle. The developers originally wanted Tingle to be in Twilight Princess, but found out that he didn't really fit the game's serious tone. So they created this character that was inspired by Tingle instead. Well, this one's not really a secret, but it's definitely adorable. You can pick up and play with the dog in Castletown. Aw, who's a good boy? Here's an interesting one. If you examine the engravings on the walls around Castletown, you'll spot several Zelda species, including Ritos, which don't actually make any appearance in this game. A very well-known Easter egg, Friar the Cannon Guy has a bullet bill on his arm. But let's check on his brother Falby. There's a switch on the top of his house that when activated, it will stop the chest from the top platform from spinning, making it easier to grab. After paying Falby's minigame, instead of actually participating, let's try tossing all of his cuckoos off the cliff and see what his reaction is. And while we're still on the topic of cuckoos, try attacking them and see what happens. Usually attacking them in Zelda games results in a hostile response. But in Twilight Princess, we actually get to play as one. That's a very unique twist. Few people know about the marble minigame in this fishing shop. And even fewer realize that if you try to cheat at it, the shopkeeper will call you out. And while we're here, why don't we take a look at some of the photos on the walls? You might be able to spot a familiar face, the fisherman from Ocarina of Time. When you talk to Pretty the Bird, he has some rather rude comments for Link and even the shopkeeper. If you roll into his cage or any other part of the store enough times, you'll get kicked out. On returning, the shopkeeper will make you apologize. Have you ever noticed that every time Link enters the fishing hole, the seasons change? It's subtle, yet an interesting detail of the game. And with each season, different fish are likely to spawn. And while we're here, if Link looks out of the window while it's raining, the shopkeeper will comment on how the rainy weather is actually ideal for fishing. And did you know that Henna has a boyfriend? Or at least had one. Or maybe even a few of them. And let's go fishing now. What's this? You can actually catch a skullfish? I actually had no idea. If Link uses a bomb arrow to destroy one of Isa's jars, she will demand a 10 rupee payment as compensation. The Dongos still eat bombs, just like they did in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Take a look at these paintings around Snow Peak Ruins. You might recognize some familiar faces from previous Zelda games. Not quite an Easter egg or a secret, but a fun little tidbit. There's a mirror in Link's basement. It's unclear of why he would need it here, but it's a very weird and interesting detail. The Uku are one of the weirdest additions to this game. Their home, the City in the Sky, was inspired by the Otherworld painting. Additionally, their name Uku is a nod to the hex code used for Link's outfit in the original Legend of Zelda game. The children of Ordon Village are impressively good at dodging objects, even from a distance. At the bomb shop, there's a strict no lantern rule. Well, let's break it. The shopkeeper isn't too pleased, but what if we head upstairs? Well, it still seems like the shopkeeper finds a way to extinguish the flames. The postman is an odd character, but undeniably dedicated to his job. He has a habit of getting lost or hiding in various places throughout Hyrule. You can steal from Trill's shop, but prepare for him to call you a thief and attack you afterwards. This may be a nod to Link's Awakening, where you can steal from the shopkeeper and it results in a similar reaction. Additionally, if you do pay him but you don't pay him the right amount, he'll call you a cheapskate. For some easy rupees, you can shoot this bell in Kakariko Village to earn a silver rupee. And did you know that there's an orange rupee hidden behind this house in Ordon Village? Back in Ordon Village, you can use the water to make the baby pumpkins grow. Once they're ripe, pick them up and toss them and you can find rupees in them. They say money doesn't grow on trees, but maybe it grows in pumpkins instead. Across Hyrule, you'll encounter these flocks of birds that, when defeated, will drop a substantial amount of rupees. Here are a few locations. And let's see what this golden cuckoo has to say. Okay, very strange. The mysterious skeleton who teaches Link new techniques is actually Link from Ocarina of Time. Although it's not explicitly stated in this game, Hyrule Historia confirms this connection. In the beginning of the game, you learn to use Hawk Grass, which is only used a very few times in the game. However, what a lot of people don't know is that you can use the Hawk Grass to pick up a cuckoo. While in wolf form, you can communicate with various animals and bugs. Let's have a chat with Epona and see what she has to say. Here's a useful tip. You can mount Epona from behind to get a quick jump start. Oh, and speaking of Epona, the Epona song remains the same as previous games. Many of the Howling Stone songs are either straight from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, or they bear very similar notes to them. While chasing the Skull Kids around Lost Woods, did you notice that Saria's song was softly playing in the background? The tune that plays in the morning bears a striking resemblance to the same tune in Ocarina of Time. When Rutella, the Queen of Zora, speaks, listen to the music in the background. It's actually a remake of the Serenade of Water from Ocarina of Time. As you get closer and closer to Ganon, the piano gets louder and louder, just like in Ocarina of Time, and it's the same song, too. And just like in other Zelda games, while playing Dead Man's Volley against possessed Princess Zelda, you can use the bottle to reflect the orbs back at her. When fighting Ganon, the usual strategy is to use Wolf Link, but you can also defeat him with normal Link by timing an arrow perfectly to knock him down. And lastly, Ganon can be distracted by a fishing rod. And that's all I have for you guys today. If I happen to miss anything, please drop a comment below so that I can include it in an updated version of this video. I'd love to hear which Easter egg or secret was your guys' favorite, or if you happen to discover something new today that you didn't know about before. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day today.